Hi, we only have placement-oriented courses in Freshers India. Our most popular course is the MVT PHP course. This is into advanced PHP. We have a Google Android application development course. We have a web designing course, and we have a C programming course. The standard qualification required for our courses is that you should have completed graduation or should be undergoing graduation, and for the programming courses, we require knowledge of C programming at least. Our PHP course is known as the MVT course. This is of total 3.5 month duration. We have classes 5 days in a week, 3 hours in a day. The total fee is rupees 18,000. This is job guaranteed. The process is like this. First you need to pay rupees 2,000. After paying 2,000, that is like at the time of registration. After paying 2,000, you can start doing the classes. You can do the classes for around 2 weeks. When you do these classes, then you will understand how good our teachers are, if you like the training quality or not, whether you like PHP itself or not. Most importantly, if you are able to learn or not. So if you are happy with everything, if you like the training quality, etc., then after 2 weeks, we'll take a test. If you don't like, then you can return, and your money will also be returned back. 2,000 will be returned back, no questions asked. But if you're happy with everything, after 2 weeks, we will take a test to find out if you're doing good enough or not. And it's a simple test, it's nothing very difficult. Say if we have a batch of 10 people, normally 9 people will cross the test. So we take a test after 2 weeks. If you clear the test, you get a job guarantee. This job guarantee, you can take it home, you can show it to your parents. The job guarantee is made in code paper, the stamp paper which is there, in which all agreements are made. So you can take it home, show it to your parents, maybe show it to a lawyer. And if everybody is happy that, okay, yes, you want to continue with the course, then the remaining 16,000 you need to pay in 2 installments. This is an advanced course. We have starting from the very basics like HTML, CSS, PHP, MySQL, JavaScript, Ajax, jQuery. These we have. We also have the advanced topics like we have payment gateway integration, we have e-commerce, we have WordPress, we have Joomla, we have frameworks, we have live projects, and lots of other things are there. So overall, it's 3.5 months, 5 days a week. Classes are taken. We have different slots for classes. One we have is the morning slot. This is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then we have from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and we have from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Next, we have 2 batches every month approximately. So if you want to join for the next batch, you just come to our office between any Monday to Friday, register by paying rupees 2,000, and whichever is the next batch, we'll put you in that. Yes, in the PHP course, we have 3 different projects. The first project, we call it as the mini project. That's only for learning purpose, educational purpose. After the first mini project, you'll be doing a complete e-commerce application project. This will be as good as a live project, and we also have a third live project. The first project and the second project will not be made live. The third one is made live. You can put it on a server, you can show it in your CV to your clients, etc. So these 3 projects are sufficient to ensure that you are learning the technologies very well. Unfortunately, in the beginning, the salaries in PHP are pretty low. Most of the companies pay something like 6,000 to 8,000 per month to absolute freshers. But once you get some experience, say if you have around 6 month experience, you'll be getting a good increase. And typically, people who are having 1 year experience will get in the range of something like 10 to 12,000 in general. There are some cases where freshers do get much more than this in the beginning also in Calcutta, and if you're going outside Calcutta, then definitely the salaries are much higher. So in the first 1 or 2 years, you'll find in PHP the salaries are a bit low, but once you have experience for maybe 1 year, then you can start getting a considerably good salary. And again, see, things depend a lot on your performance. See, there are companies like Facebook which are hiring people from IITs, and they are also paying salaries like maybe something like 1.25 crores. So these people who are getting a job in Facebook, they also have to work on PHP. So there's no limitation of PHP that no, PHP only this much you can get. There are people who are making lakhs of rupees per month in Calcutta in PHP. If you are deserving, PHP has a very large, you'll find a huge market it has. So if you are actually deserving, you'll find that you can get what you deserve in PHP, even if the beginning may be a bit slow. But if you are doing pretty well, then you will find eventually you reach where you deserve to be. So don't worry about salary in the beginning. We have had so many students from our previous batches or from the previous years who are today doing very well and making a lot of money also. The future of PHP, I believe, is pretty good. See, in general software, there's a problem that new technologies keep coming. But then if you have to choose a technology anyway, then we suggest that you choose a technology which is very widespread. For example, PHP today is being used in almost, I believe, 80% of websites on the internet. All the top websites like Facebook, it's made in PHP. You'll find YouTube, it's made in PHP. If you come to India, Flipkart, it's made in PHP. Naukri.com, Shadi.com, all made in PHP. So if the majority of all the websites are actually running on PHP, and all these companies are very big businesses, so we don't think that there's any chance that PHP will be going down in the near future. If internet is there, if cloud computing is there, then PHP will be there. Nothing to worry. At least for the next 5 years, you can rest assured that PHP will have a very stable market. For Android, we have a 2.5-month course. We have classes on Sundays only, every Sunday in the morning from 10 a.m. till 4:30 in the evening. The total fee is rupees 16,000 and duration is approximately 11 weeks approx. You need to pay rupees 2,000 in the beginning, then you can do a trial course. If you're happy with the course, continue. Make the rest of the payment in installments. If you're not happy, then your money will be returned back. This is a complete course. We start from the basics of Java. We cover almost every aspect of Android. We have live projects as well. These are put on Google Play Store. Plus you have placements also in this. If you ask us, then we'll say that PHP is actually having a better job market than Android, and there are reasons for this. See, I'll try to explain. One thing is sure that yes, Android is a lot in demand. It seems to be that Android is everywhere. That is true. Android is a very good technology. It's made by Google, so you can imagine, like, Google is famous for making perfect products. So yes, Android is a great technology made by Google. It is a hugely used everywhere. But if you look at the job market, there's something which is a bit strange, which you need to understand before you can understand why we are saying that PHP actually has a better job market. See, Android and PHP, or if I take on one side, if I take PHP, ASP, JSP, these are more meant for services companies, whereas Android is more meant for product companies. I'll try to explain. Imagine if there is a hospital, right? If there is a hospital and the owners at the hospital, the management people, they want to create a software using which all the paperwork of the hospital will be done. So they're first calling a software expert. Maybe they're calling you. Now you go to the hospital, you understand how the bills are generated, how the forms are filled up, you understand what kind of reports have to be generated. Based on that, you create a database first, then you use a technology like maybe ASP, JSP, or even PHP. Using the technology, you create all the forms, you create all the reports, and then you give it to the client. So there's a hospital, which is your client, there is you, and you're using a third technology like maybe ASP.NET something. So without you creating this software, the hospital people who understand business but they don't understand software, they cannot directly use the ASP.NET. They cannot directly use the PHP. So they have to take it through you. So these technologies like JSP, PHP, ASP, they're actually meant for these service programmers like you. And if you're doing this, then you're actually creating a lot of value. You are giving value for which they're paying you money. Now, in a product market, things are a bit different. For example, Google is making Android. A person who wants to buy an Android phone, he's using Android. There is no necessity of you to be there for the Google to be able to deliver their solution to the client. So Google has a product, Android, people are using it, they're both very happy. If you are coming inside here, then you can only come inside if you create a new innovative application, like you create a very new game, and if the game clicks, then you can make a lot of money. This is more like a product market, and in India we don't have, almost all the companies are services companies. For example, if I take a name of any American company, Microsoft, you have used the product, Microsoft. If I say Avast, you know what they do. If I say Opera, if I say Firefox, you know what these companies do. You have used the software yourself. But if I say TCS, Wipro, CTS, you will not be able to recall any name of the software they have made, because these are more of services companies. So in services company, they don't really create their own applications, their own games, launch it on Play Store. They don't do that. So in general, you'll find, yes, Android is doing very well, but it's doing very well with companies which are very innovative and who create their own products, instead of companies who are providing IT solutions, right? In India, most of the companies are like services companies, so you'll find the job market wise, PHP, maybe even .NET, J2EE, these are doing much better than in general, like project based, for example, Android as such. Uh, Both are good. If you want to do like, I'm sure like this is a bit confusing for you also. If you want to do, both are good because eventually you just need one job. So from our viewpoint, uh, how they are different is Android, since it's a project based technology, it requires lesser hard work and more intelligent and creative work. So if you are if from inside you're a very hardcore good programmer, if you can write complex programs easily, I'll suggest going for Android. If otherwise you are more or less an average programmer, or just above average standard programmer, I'll suggest going for PHP. If you're a fresher whose main need right now is to get a stable job, go for PHP. Once you have worked with PHP, got a stable job, then you can go in the bit riskier Android market, because we don't have a job guarantee there also. For PHP, we do have a job guarantee. So if you ask me which of these, unless you are a very good programmer, if you are an outperformer, if your marks are maybe say 80% above throughout, or you are very good in programming, I'll suggest going for Android. Otherwise, I'll say that play it safe, start with PHP, then in the future you can always shift to a better, bigger technology. If you have a gap in your career, or if your marks are a bit less, it will not be a problem with PHP at all. Why? Because see, in PHP, the companies that we have, they are the main interest is to find people who can directly work on the projects. So if there is somebody who is having very good marks, or like who's from a very good college, but he or she does not know programming in PHP, and it's a PHP company, they will not take him because they don't want to invest any time in training the person. Instead, they want a person who's ready-made. So even if your marks are very bad, even if you're not from a very good college, but if you know PHP well enough, the companies will hire you. How these small companies work is that they first take an interview, which is pretty easy to clear. Anybody who does a bit of hard work, you can clear. Second, they take a machine test. So they will put you directly on the projects which they are working on today, and they'll ask you to do some work in front of them. If you're able to work on the projects, they will take you. If you're not able, they will not take you. So even if your marks are problematic, if you have some gap, nothing to worry. All you need to do is learn PHP well. If you're learning it well, if you're able to do it in front of them, then no concerns. Your job will be very stable and you can get a job easily also. Okay, you don't need to know C programming very much details. See, what exactly we need is not C program, but we need analytical skills. I'll put it this way. Say, a person who knows C programming, he knows actually two things. One is the syntax of writing the code for C program. Another is he has some algorithms, he has some logic built in his mind. He knows how to use a loop, how to use a nested loop. He knows how to use conditions, if, else, etc. So out of these two, the first part, syntax, etc., is not very important. So even if you don't know C programming, what is important to us, what we need is that if we are teaching you C programming, then you should have that intelligence that you are able to catch it up. I call it programming aptitude. So you should have that programming aptitude that when we teach you these things, if we teach you the syntax, then you are able to understand how to manipulate them to solve the mathematical like problems which your programming has. So if you can do that, then there is no concern. Even if you have forgotten programming, but your programming intelligence is there, then there is no concern. So what we really need in programming, if you ask about C programming, say if you're comfortable with if conditions, if you're comfortable with loops, and you can create your own functions in C programming, then I believe that should be enough to get started with any of our courses. To take admission in our courses, for example, the MVT PHP course, you just need to bring a CV, one photograph, 2000. When you come to our office, we'll give you a form to fill up, and that should be it. Just ensure you're coming from any between Monday to Friday, from 9:30 till 6:30 in the evening. If you have any problems reaching our office, etc., give us a call. Otherwise, see in the contact us page, we have given a map also. We have the picture of the building also. You can see that, you will understand. For those people who want to learn C programming, we have a simple 1 month course in C programming that covers the basics of programming, and the assumption is that you know nothing about programming. The total fee for the C course is rupees 5,000, which you need to pay in 2 installments, first 2,500, then after around 15-20 days another 2,500. It typically takes 1 month. For some cases it can take up to 1.5 months also. Once you have learned C programming, we'll check to find out if you're able to do it or not. If you're able to learn C programming and if you're able to do it well enough, then yes, you can take admission in any of our courses, the PHP course or the Android course. The web designing course is of approximately 2.5 month duration. The total fee for the web designing course is rupees 15,000, and we cover all the standard web designing topics. We have things like HTML, we have things like CSS, we use photo editing tools, we have HTML5, we have CSS3, we have JavaScript, we have jQuery, we have Bootstrap. So everything is covered, and it's a standard course. Classes again are taken from Monday to Friday, 3 hours in a day. Yes, anybody can learn programming. See, for learning programming, what do you need? It's not that you are not capable. Hardware wise, if you look at the body, there's nothing wrong with your body. It's not that your cells are a bit smaller or too large. It's not that your heart is not pumping enough blood. It's not that your brain is of too much size. It's not that your eyes cannot see as much as what the programmers can see. So God has made everybody equal. Hardware wise, you have the same body. It's as capable of learning. The only thing that you need to change maybe is in the software. So we have the right teachers, we have the right techniques. If they're teaching you with the right methods, and if you do a bit of practice, anybody can learn programming. There's nothing special. It's not something very hyper. After learning programming, you'll understand it's a very simple thing. So yes, you can learn programming. Don't worry about it.